You must have seen microscope, telescope, binocular, or watchmakers using magnifying glass. If you have not seen, then here it is. Consider this is the topic that we have to consider today. This lens, magnifying glass, which is used to see the objects in magnified form. This is lens. We will talk about this lens today. So, first thing is, what is lens? Lens is a transparent material medium that is bound by two surfaces. Now, in this case, we are going to have glass as a transparent medium. If you will fill your plastic bottle, Pepsi or Limca bottle with water, then this is also behaving like a lens, because water in that bottle is going to work like a convex lens if it is cylindrical in shape. So we are in need of a transparent medium. It means light can pass from one side to another side. So lens is a transparent material medium bound by two surfaces. Now these two surfaces both can be spherical or one can be spherical. It means the shape of your lens can be like this. Shape of your lens can be like this. In this case, this is spherical, this is spherical. But if I will consider in this case, then in this case, this is plane and this is spherical. We will consider this only today. We will focus on this part only, where both the surfaces are going to be spherical and they are bulging in outward direction. And this type of lens, this is made up of a transparent medium, glass we will consider here, and it's both the surfaces are bulging in outward direction. This lens will be known as convex lens. So our topic of discussion today is convex lens. So what is convex lens? Convex lens is a lens that has two spherical surfaces. Both are bulging in outward direction, and this lens is known as biconvex lens, double convex lens also. Bi means two. It has two spherical surfaces which are bulging in outward direction. And how to represent this? This is represented like this. This is going to be thicker at the center and thinner at the edges. When you will see convex lens, it will be like this. Now one frame is there on its outer surface. If frame is not there, then you touch the lens at the center, you will find it to be thicker, and you touch it at the edges, then edges will be thinner as compared to the central part. So this type of lens will be known as convex lens. A lens which has two spherical surfaces which are bulging in outward direction is called convex lens. It is represented like this, and it is thicker at the middle and thinner at the edges. Now few definitions or terms we have to consider related to convex lens. For this, the first term is center of curvature. How to define center of curvature? For this, we are going to consider this is the representation for convex lens, and when I have considered this part of lens, then actually we were going to have a sphere here. We were going to have a solid sphere, and this side sphere I have represented like this S1. Actually, this lens is a part of two spheres. How this lens is a part of two spheres? For this part, I have considered this spherical surface is a part of sphere S1. So this spherical surface is a part of this sphere S1. This is this part. And for this spherical surface, we are going to have sphere S2. And they are placed like this, that this portion we are going to cut. When we are going to cut this portion and we are taking it out, then this cut portion will come out in the shape of convex lens. Related to this lens, we will define few terms. So our term is first center of curvature. What is center of curvature? Center of curvature will be the center of the sphere of which this lens is a part. This lens is a part of this sphere. This lens is a part of this sphere. So their centers will be known as a center of curvature. So center of sphere of which the two spherical surfaces of the lens are the part are called center of curvature. I am repeating again. For this spherical surface, this sphere is responsible, or this sphere we have considered. So its center will be center of curvature. For this spherical surface is a part of this sphere, S2. So what is center for this sphere? C2. So C1 and C2, they are centers of sphere S1 and S2, and these two spherical surfaces are part of these two spheres. So their centers will be known as a center of curvature. So this is a C1, center of curvature of S1, C2, center of curvature of S2. Next is optical center. The central point of the lens will be known as optical center. The central point of the lens. Here it is represented by O. The central point of the lens will be known as optical center, and if any ray of light will pass through this optical center, then it will not change its path, or it will not deviate. The next term we are going to have principal axis. An imaginary straight line passing through both the center of curvature of lens is called principal axis. So this is principal axis. These two are center of curvature. So imaginary line that is passing through these two center of curvature straight line, that will be known as principal axis. What will be radius of curvature? Radius of curvature in circle radius, how do you define? Any point on the circumference, join it with center, then that length will give you radius. In the same way, we are talking about sphere here. So radius of curvature of surface of a lens is radius of the sphere of which the surface forms a part. If I will consider for this surface, what is radius of curvature? Now this surface is this, and this surface is a part of this sphere. This is its center, and then this gap will be known as radius of curvature. And for this surface, this gap will be known as radius of curvature. And if we are going to have equiconvex lens, then this radius of curvature and this radius of curvature both will come out to be same. Most of the time we are talking about very thin lens. Then in that case we are going to measure distance from optical center. So we can consider optical center to be the point from which any ray of light that is passing will go undeviated. Next definition that we will consider, we are going to have principal focus. What is principal focus? When incident ray is parallel, or a beam we are going to have that is parallel to principal axis, then all these rays after refraction, they will meet at a point, and this point is known as principal focus. These are parallel rays parallel to principal axis. This ray of light is passing through optical center, so it will not deviate. This is not passing through optical center, so it will deviate. This will also deviate, and after passing through lens, they all will meet at one point. So the point where these parallel rays after refraction are going to meet, this point will be known as principal focus. Now convex lens is going to have two foci. If I will consider object is kept here, then their meeting point will be in this direction, because rays of light will pass through lens and then they will meet at this point. Then this F1 will be known as first principal focus. If your object is placed here, if candle is placed here, image formation will be this side. If candle is placed there, then image formation will be this side. Then this will also be known as principal focus. This will be first principal focus and this will be second principal focus. Next is focal length. What is focal length? The distance between optical center of lens and its principal focus will be known as its focal length. So this is optical center This is principal focus. This gap will be known as first focal length. Similarly, this is optical center. This is second principal focus. So this gap will be known as second focal length. And if medium both the side we are going to have same, then this f1 will be equal to f2. Next we are going to consider aperture. When we are talking about aperture, in this figure I have kept lens like this, and in this figure I have kept lens like this. Either I will keep like this or I will keep like this. In both the cases the diameter will remain the same, and the diameter of this will be known as aperture. When I will keep it like this, then diameter of this will be known as aperture. So what is aperture? The effective diameter of circular outline of spherical lens. Like this you are going to have lens, then you can keep it like this, then you draw the boundary, then what will be its radius of that circular part, that will be known as its aperture. And lens whose aperture is much less than its radius of curvature is known as thin lens with small aperture. Let me consider a very big sphere, and from that big sphere we are going to make lens this much small size lens. So its aperture will be this, and this aperture is very small as compared to the radius of the sphere of which this lens is a part. If the aperture of a lens is very less, or the diameter of the circular outline of lens is very less as compared to the radius of the sphere of which it is a part, then this lens will be very thin convex lens, or this lens will be known as thin convex lens. And in your NCERT, one activity is given that you focus all the rays which are coming from sun, and then you will be able to get real image of the sun, and this focusing is responsible for burning of paper or burning of dry leaf. So for this one activity I have done, and this also I will share with you. Link I will give in that video. So do all these terms very carefully, prepare well, and if you are interested for activity, then you can do that activity also.